Hi everyone, 5 best summer buys. Now I know that we're almost at the end of summer, but these are products, most of them, that you would use all the way through winter, the rest of the year. They're just summery. In fact, some of them are better, more useful outside of summer than in summer, but I thought I'd keep it topical. So gradual tanners for the face. Now, if you haven't used a gradual tanner for the face, I think it's pretty much life-changing in terms of beauty routine. In the summer, if you don't want to wear makeup, you have fairly good skin, but you tend to wear it foundation and tinted moisturiser just to get that warmth to your skin, then gradual tanner might be your new best friend. These are just little drops that you pop into your serum or moisturiser, just a tiny amount, and they just, as they say, very gradually tan your face, so you get a very subtle glow. It's not orange. It's not like someone will go, whoa, where have you been on holiday? It's just really, really low-key, sophisticated. So my favourite one, and this is my favourite because it's so subtle, it's foolproof, is the Hylamide Glow. But there are loads on the market. I mean, Clarins do their little drops, they're brilliant. Isle of Paradise drops are really good. And I know that when I have really built up a nice colour with the Hylamide Glow, or any of the others, I just feel like I get up in the morning and I'm like, I don't feel like I desperately need to put something on my face. So that would be my first and very inexpensive buy when you consider how many applications you get from a bottle like this. I mean, hundreds of applications. You just need a couple of drops. So that's a pretty good example of a product that is almost more useful outside of summer than it is in summer, because you can really carry on that lovely summertime glow that you've developed over the warmer months, and it makes you feel quite lively in the autumn and winter. So second thing is Vita Liberata Body Blur. Some of you might be rolling your eyes saying, oh, how many years is she going to bang on about this stuff? But the truth is, I have never found something that even comes close to the quality and just level of perfection that this product is. So it's a makeup skincare hybrid product. You apply it like a body lotion, although I apply with a mitt because I don't like to get my hands dirty. It doesn't have any fake tan in it. What it does is it sort of has a blurring effect, so it blurs out imperfections, but it's also got some makeup in there as well, some pigment, which adds warmth to the skin and also slightly conceals things like broken veins and bruises and sort of discoloration. And it still looks like your legs. It's not like it's completely opaque like one of those spray-on car paint ones, but they just look like amazing legs. And every time I use this, if I'm ever going anywhere and I've got my legs on show, then I'll have this on. So I just think it's just one of those products that's just perfection, and they've now introduced loads of new shades, so that's another reason it stands apart from lots of the imitation products, I think, because most of those come in maybe 1 or 2 shades, and this comes, I think, in now about 5 or 6. So it's brilliant. This is a category rather than a product, and it's gel moisturisers for the face for summer. So the rest of the year, I'd say that my skin is possibly too dry to want to use things like this, although this is a bit of an exception, because I just like the nourishing, heavier feel of a cream. But in the summer, my skin feels slightly more combination, perhaps, so I get slightly greasier here and here, and I can cope with the lovely, cooling, lightweight freshness of a gel. So the first one that I really love is the Clinique Moisture Surge, and this is the Hydrating Supercharged Concentrate. So it is a moisturiser, it's not a serum. You'd think it might be a serum. Sorry, there's absolutely nothing left in this. But it comes out as a clear gel. It just absorbs really, really quickly, no residue, it's not sticky, it's not tacky. Even if you have oily skin, you will just find this really light and fresh, and it's perfect to put on underneath your sunscreen. So if you want something, you want to skip your serum, and you just want something that hits that hydration note, it's great. The second one is the Phenomenal Gel from Pixi. This is a new discovery this year, and it is phenomenal. You think when you sort of apply it, it's sort of a cream gel, looks like that it's going to be really lightweight and a little bit like, yeah, whatever, just a bit of hydration and then that's it. But in fact, hydration is so long lasting, and it almost turns into like an oil feel on the skin. For that reason, I wouldn't particularly use it if I was really oily. I think that this is the gel for people that have dry skin that have always been looking for a gel moisturiser that will suit them. It's just like turbocharged and feels surprisingly rich considering the texture is so light. I just think it's one of my discoveries of the year. And because I'm so behind on my beauty reviews and stuff on my website, my standalone review of this hasn't gone up yet, but it will be really, really soon because I just think it's gorgeous. The next thing I want to show you is also a sort of a gel texture. And this is the SPF that I've been using over the summer. That's nearly run out. And it's the Great 8 from Elizabeth Arden. It's just so lightweight. I don't particularly enjoy wearing sunscreen on the face. I find a lot of them, even when they're supposed to be invisible and light and you're not supposed to be able to feel them, I sort of can. And I have that feeling that I want to sort of scrape at my face. This one, it is scented, but very subtly. But if you have a problem with fragrance, it might not be the best one for you. Maybe try it out on counter. It's a broad spectrum SPF 35, and it just completely absorbs. There is just no residue, but it doesn't leave the skin feeling tight or dry. I just think it's almost sunscreen perfection, really. And I will try and find some sunscreens that are sort of similar, but at a lower price point for you, because I am always on the hunt for things like that. But if you're looking for an everyday sunscreen that you just can't tell that you've got on, and especially if you've got combination or oily skin, particularly good, I think, just because it doesn't have that heavy feel. There's no sort of clagginess. It's just lightweight and feels amazing. I could go on about that, finding other adjectives for it for about half an hour, but I'm not going to, because I think you've got my point on that. My last great summer buy. I mean, I've got a couple of things in this category, really. Do you know what? We're going to just do a category rather than a product. I'm really into sprays that are easy to apply because, again, I don't enjoy applying sunscreen on my body. I especially don't enjoy it if I'm on the beach and I'm sandy. I don't mind applying it in the morning, but the reapplication during the day, I do it because obviously I want to protect my skin and we should reapply it, especially if we're somewhere really hot. But I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there, I don't enjoy it. It's not one of my favourite beauty routine tasks. So I like sprays. Now, this one is the Vichy. These two are very, very different. This is the Vichy and it's the solar water. They do a couple of different versions of this and they're SPF 30, broad spectrum, and they're just the lightest water. I mean, it is almost just like spritzing yourself with water. Once they're on the skin and you've rubbed them in, they've almost got like an oilier feel. But by then you're not rubbing, you're just spritzing and almost just sort of patting and leaving. So that one is very light and watery, but feels more oily once it's on the skin. And then you've got the actual sprays, which are, again, even more convenient because you can do things like the back of your neck and your back, where normally you would miss if you're on your own. You really need someone to help you do them. So I think they're really good for that. And they're also particularly good if you want to reapply SPF over your makeup, but you don't want to disturb your makeup. Again, you're probably not going to get the same amount of coverage as you are from a dedicated broad spectrum sunscreen that you apply below your makeup. But if it gets people reapplying, then I think it's a great idea because a lot of people just wouldn't reapply at all because they don't want to mess with their makeup or they just can't be bothered throughout the day. So I think these types of products are really good to have in your handbag and just reapply when needed. So this one is the broad spectrum 50, that's from La Roche-Posay. La Roche-Posay are just, experts at this sunscreen business. So many of their Anthelios products are top buys. Probably need slightly more than that, to be honest. But I filmed this video about 70 times and it's starting to get just a little bit too much on there. I really like, people always ask for organic sunscreen recommendations. Now, I can't imagine this is totally organic, but I'd say the majority of the ingredients in there, oh, here it says 70% plus of the ingredients are certified organic. So if that's your bag and that's what you look for in your sunscreen, then that one is beautiful. I really like Cooler sunscreens, and they do a cucumber face one, which is amazing. Really, really nice. And then the other one that I think is brilliant, but quite a lot more expensive, is the Kate Somerville SPF 50. And this is not only a sunscreen, it's a makeup soft focus setting spray. Am I going to spray this one as well? It looks like I am. But what I would say with this one is that it has been designed for the face, and it has been designed to work with your makeup. So if you have got that age-old problem of what do I do about my sunscreen reapplication when I've got a full face of makeup, this one could be the one for you. Could be worth the extra spend. Kate Somerville products, just brilliant. Can't go wrong with those. Yes, pricey. I think it works out a lot better if you buy them in the States. So if you do go to the States and you see her line, then, you know, snap up the retinol plus vitamin C serum, which is amazing. And that would be my top buys at the moment. Right, I have got enough sunscreen on my face to survive probably 2 weeks in the desert. So I'm going to go out and enjoy the little bit of sun that's peeping through the clouds. All right, see you next time.